Hello, everybody. Welcome to Telli Talks, where we talk about life, growth, relationships, and all things in between. I have a very special guest with me today, Chip the Ripper.
Yes.
Our drinks are coming. This episode is sponsored by Classic Cat and 8 Lab, and we are cheersing to...
We are cheersing to doing whatever you want, whenever you want.
Amen. I love that. So for the people that don't know you or don't know your journey, can you tell us how you got to where you are today?
God-given talent and some friends that care.
Amen.
Really that's been the story to this day.
So along the way, like as a child, were you always into music and to the artistry of music? How did the love of music come into your life?
I think I always loved music, but I got introduced to rap music when I first saw the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the intro.
You know all the words because I know all the words.
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid.
I feel like everyone that watches the Fresh Prince, everybody knows all the words, and if you don't, you ain't watching it.
For real. Now, when I was watching it as a kid, I was confused because I'm expecting him to be singing because that's the only form of music I ever heard was singing. Right. And then when he was like not trying to sing, I was like thrown off. Like, what is he doing? Like, this is trash. Like, but then when my uncle,
thought it was trash.
I thought it was trash because I'm evaluating him on his level as how good he can sing.
Right.
But when my uncle was like, "Nah, he rapping. Listen to the words. He making every other word rhyme." Then I was like,
mind blown. Right.
Yeah, fell in love.
Right. So when did you first write your own song?
Probably was like, it was real early. It probably was like 3rd grade, 4th grade.
3rd or 4th grade.
Yeah.
And how did like that transition into Chip?
I mean, I really just kind of stayed like excited about it, even to this day. But it was something that kind of just, simultaneously was in the high schools and in the streets. So like my friends were just kind of like, just make it a thing by just telling everybody. And while that was happening at school, it was kind of like going from high school to high school, school to school, and then in the streets, and then the radio the club DJs figured out that they could be like, they could get their cool points by playing music from people like myself. And I think it was only 2 other artists at the time. But yeah, it just kind of like, and then, but this is before like Twitter and Instagram. And this was like, I think we had like LimeWire was one of the.
I remember LimeWire.
Yeah, LimeWire was like my first dose of the internet spreading my music. And then like, I think Facebook was only for college kids at the time. So I couldn't get on there because I didn't go to college. But.
So how was the name formulated? Like, how did the name come about?
Well, it's funny because I got 2 names.
Okay.
I got Chip the Ripper and I got King Chip.
Okay.
Chip the Ripper came because my dad's name is Charles. I'm named after him, and his nickname was Chip, so I was Lil Chip. So I just came into the battle rap scene in Cleveland as Chip, and it was this place on the west side, and they did Spitbox. It was like West 117th of St. Clair. The host, his name was Suave Gotti, and that's what gave me my name. He was like, "Yo, you keep on coming in here winning, we're gonna have to start calling you like Chip the Ripper or something." And
so you was boxing back then?
Well, no, it was like.
Or battle rap boxing. Yeah, gotcha. I was like, wait, hold on, I'm confused here.
They called it spitboxing.
Oh, spitboxing. I missed the spit part. Okay, I was like, wait, I was boxing, and I was like, wait, what?
We ain't
How did that translate? Yeah, I got you.
We weren't literally spitting, but like.
Right, no, I got you. Like battle rapping. Yeah.
But battle rapping has never been really my thing. I like making music. I like making songs. But during that time, it was hot. You had like Poster Boy on 106 in Park, and it was a thing. But it was different now. I mean, it was different then than now because now I think it's like spoken word. It's almost like poetry. Like, you know who you're going against. You got all this time to make all this creative stuff about them. But when I was doing it, you didn't know who you were about to go against, and they just put a beat on, and it was just all about what you could do on the spot.
Oh, nice.
So that's
Nice.
how I got
Whereas
my name.
it was more authentic and more freestyle, and you didn't
Yeah.
know what you was going against. So it was straight off the dome instead of just like, all right, I got time to write.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't sound, like it sounds like you're doing it off the dome instead of just like, I'm gonna write this down. I got time to be strategic about what I'm gonna go against or who I'm gonna go against or
Right.
what I'm gonna bring up and
Right.
talk about their mama, whatever it is.
Right.
Where it's like,
you doing all this research.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't have
So-
that. It was
so-
just whoever's in front of you.
So what happens now, like if that person like doesn't come and then you're battling someone else and you wrote all this stuff, then what?
I don't think it won't even work like that. Like if who you were supposed to battle don't flake, then just
Then they reschedule?
somebody else you got to study and do all this research on.
Right, but I'm saying like what if there's no time? Like it's like, all right, we got a battle today, is May such and such, and
it would be tough. I mean, it would probably be tough for a lot of the battle rappers that, in this.
so nobody's
Yeah.
like really freestyling now.
It's one of them things where who knows. I say that like, for the most of it, I think that it's all like, they creating it before they get there.
Right. Sometimes you could
yeah.
actually hear from what they rap about where it's like,
it might be a mixture.
right, true,
It might be a mixture.
True. So battle rap transition into like writing music because that wasn't really like your thing.
Yeah, I just did it because it was a good way for me to make fun of people like to the beat. Because like me and my friends, we were just jokester. We would just like roast each other as a lifestyle like, every day. Like no matter what was going on, like win, lose or draw, you get roasted. So it was like I just made it rhyme. I just made it rhyme.
Right.
When I did the battle rap and worked like a charm.
Oh, that's amazing. So that whole career blossomed from battle rapping to actually rapping, and you just did a movie recently with Kid Cudi, right?
We're going to.
Oh, you're going to.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's in the process of being made right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking you was in the movie that he just came out with.
No. He just did a couple movies, but no, there's a zombie movie that they announced. That should be fun. I can't wait to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh, nice.
The Lucas brothers are involved, and Cudi and his company Mad Solar, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
So you guys haven't filmed nothing or anything.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. That's gonna be fun.
Well, at least they haven't did my part. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
And it's a zombie theme.
It's like a comedy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I can't wait to hear about when is that launching?
I'm not sure. I think Deadline did a cover on it. Like they did some kind of post on it.
Oh, nice. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be, and you don't know like what you're playing, who you're playing.
I mean, no, it's all just it's all in the works right now.
Oh, that's fun.
I just show
Is it
up.
your first movie?
Oh no, Me and Denzel Whitaker just did a film.
Oh, nice.
And it's really good. It's like it's a good film. I don't.
And that's out.
It's not out.
Oh.
It's not out. But it's really dope. I
How
can't
long
wait
were
to
you
people see
filming
it.
that for?
Probably a couple weeks.
So you're not just an artist. You're an actor now.
I'm anything creative.
I like that.
Anything creative. I don't, from
You don't
the
discriminate.
screen to the speakers
I
to
love that.
whatever. I just like to create.
I love that. What about like family life, in a relationship, single, ready to mingle? Where you at with that dynamic?
I recently got engaged.
Congrats.
Thank you.
How was it? How was the engagement? Did you like have a whole shebang out ready for her? How was that moment?
It was definitely shebanging. That's for sure.
I love it.
So there's a queen. Her name is Lizzie Jeff. She's an artist, and she does these events. She goes around and does these events, and they're called Zen and Kush.
Oh, I love that.
And they're like during the nighttime. There's a lot of vendors. It's dope. It's just like super eccentric. you gonna see some titties. You gonna see like just this vibe. It's like you would think Erykah Badu is gonna pop out of nowhere.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like this is fire. But yeah, it was at one of her events, and I hit her up, and
You met her at the event, or you proposed at the
I
event?
proposed at the event.
Oh, nice.
But I hit up Lizzie, whose event it is, to
Right.
tell her, and she was like, "Oh shit, okay, so we gonna do it like this." And she had
Right, she had a whole plan.
She
Right.
had the whole little get up, so I didn't really have to do much. You know what I mean?
Nice.
She put it all together for me, so shout out to her. But
So
it was beautiful.
Future wifey super excited? Did she cry? How was that moment? Because I remember when I got engaged and I was like, all right, y'all, he not going to propose. He going to make a speech and he going to give me a necklace. And so, yeah. So how was that moment for you? Like for her in that like setting, and, you know, how did she feel, and was she surprised?
She was, I don't think she really knew, well, she didn't know right away what was going on. It took her a second to really see what was in my hand, to like know what was going on.
She wasn't paying attention.
She wasn't really
like,
paying attention.
She was in the vibe. She was
just kind of like emceeing. Like she was on, like she had a mic in her hand, and she was just kind of doing like her little subtle performance, because her and Lizzie were performing a song that they have together.
Oh, nice.
At her event, and I kind of like, she set up to where I crashed the performance on stage.
Oh, nice.
And I was company. I had like there was some women and some queens that walked me up to the stage, and like it was dope. Like somebody came out with a mic and stuck it in front of me, and then and then she had one too, so we both was just talking to each other on the mic.
That's dope.
And then I proposed to her. It was cool. It was
so when's the wedding date?
I don't know. I don't really know what to do now yet. I'm still researching.
I know that's right. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy each other. Enjoy the like Beyonce stage and all that good stuff. And it's just like a blessing to grow with someone that you love organically.
How long are you supposed to be a fiance for?
Sure, I don't know. I mean, everybody's different.
Yeah.
You know, like some people 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 3 months, 6 months. It just all depends. I just feel like it matters to both the people. You know, it matters to you and your spouse on what y'all want to plan, how quick y'all want to plan, if you want to spend more time living with each other. You know, I don't know your situation, so it just depends on like what it is that y'all want ultimately at the end of the day. I don't feel like anybody else's perspective matters, because it's not them that's getting married, it's y'all. Right. So I just feel like, you know, on your time, on her time, as opposed to what everyone else expects. I think that just makes it all the more better and smoother, because now it's like, all right, we're engaged, we're planning this wedding, and you know, are you gonna go big? Are you gonna go to the courthouse? Like, what is it that you're gonna do?
That's what we doing research right now, because I'm trying to figure out all the pros and cons of actually having the contract with you know, like a license, and
the actual marriage part.
The actual marriage, because like we both kind of thrown off by the idea that, you know, it has to be this third party that honors what we decide to do.
Right. And you don't have to do it that way.
Right. But I mean, then, you know, if something happens to me, you know what I mean, I want to make sure that like she can do what she needs to do on my behalf and all of that.
Yeah. So I think that, you know, there's always ways to go about that. Consult with a lawyer. You know, I feel genuinely that contracts aren't meant to scare people away, but just to know what's really going on. You know, like, so you have a clear understanding of pretty much a rule book of what I think a contract is just to have an agreement on what you feel is, you know, right for your relationship. Whether that might be a prenup, or that might be like, hey, if something happens to me, you know, this goes to this person, or, you know, whatever that might be. Like, just I feel a will is essential anyways to have, because you just never know.
Well, I'm leaning more towards the revocable living trust, because then you ain't whoever you leaving something for don't got to worry about probate court. It's just if they in the will, I mean, if they in the trust, there's no discussion.
Yeah, that's another way too. So it's just like you said, you're researching it so you know what you want ultimately at the end of the day, and it's what you guys want. So
I'm leaning more towards that. the revocable living trust, because you can like, it's kind of like getting married without getting married, you know, because
Yeah.
and it's a prenup too. It's just
Yeah.
all of that
Yeah,
in one.
absolutely. And it's like I said, at the end of the day, people view marriage differently. Some people don't even get married and they're just content with,
Right,
their situation because they know that person or whoever their soulmate is ain't going nowhere.
right, right,
So
right.
that ultimately at the end of the day it's about your connection with whoever you're with, I feel.
I agree. I agree. It's just something. As long as it's all mutual, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what
What
I mean?
what you got coming up for Chip the Ripper or King Chip or
Well,
whatever
yeah,
whatever it is that you got
so
going on?
yeah. Well, Chip the Rip, King Chip, obviously both me, two separate artists. I tried to change my name, and realized that Chip the Ripper was just it was just so much going on with Chip the Ripper that it wasn't like when I moved out of Cleveland, I didn't know how far my name had gotten.
Mm-hmm.
So when I moved from Cleveland to LA, and when I show up out here, people were like stopping me every other day, like, I'm like, oh, what you doing out here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and I'm like, oh, the name, oh, you can't kill it. It's born. It's alive. That's it. But I did that twice. I did that with Chip. I did that with Chip the Ripper. Then King Chip. It happened the same way. So now I'm just kind of stuck with two names. But it's cool. Like I could work with it.
What would you prefer?
I don't know. Because they both have purpose.
Right.
And King Chip came into play when I moved from Cleveland to LA. I was just like, people gonna be like, what the fuck is a Chip the Ripper? You know what I mean? Like, what is that? Like, and then I'm like,
You
I
were
didn't
more
pick
looking at
it.
it like a what
And,
than a who.
well, yeah, and then like it wasn't something that came from me necessarily. It was the people of Cleveland named me that pretty much.
Right.
And then with King Chip, it was kind of the same thing. But I just came into so much. I came into like an awakening, I think, or some type of. I don't know what it was, but it's like I just kind of felt like I knew more about myself. I tracked my lineage, right? So I found out that my family had always been in America before the colony. We was always here. So it's like there was this guy named King Blue. He was a black Indian chief, and he like it was this article they wrote about. It said Negro Indians in rebellion, and then King Blue and his tribe was just going around just destroying, on American soil.
Wow.
So I'm just coming into all this information. I'm like, you know what? I like you, King Blue. I'm be King Chip.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and then at the same time, LeBron left Cleveland and went to Miami, and they was like, oh, we lost King James, but we still got King Chip. That's where I first heard King Chip from.
Right.
And I would see it like here and there. It was just fans were just saying it without even knowing each other. I would just see it like a pattern. I'm like, oh, I got a nice little ring to it, King Chip. Okay.
So it's stuck.
Yeah. It was just all that just led to me changing. So to answer your question, what's next? My next album is called Charles Worth, which is my real name. Charles, Worth. Worth. So I'm Mr. Worth.
So do you feel like that is gonna transition into like Charles Worth?
Well, I mean, the name of the album is Charles Worth because it's just the first time where I made an album about me.
Is the album King Chip or Chip the Ripper?
It's Chip the Ripper.
Okay.
Because it's like the original, the first.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna feature King Chip though for sure. Like I don't know if any other artists ever featured themselves because they had two names.
Right. Is it similar to like Beyonce and Sasha Fierce, where it's like an alter ego?
It's
or
not
you
an
feel
alter
like it's
ego.
like one body person with two different like.
No, it's like if you ever follow wrestling, there was a guy. His name was Mankind.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was also Dude Love.
Right.
And he was also Mick Foley.
Right.
And he was also Cactus Jack.
Right.
So he got all them checks for just being one guy, just dressing up as different people.
Right.
And me, I'm not dressing up as it's not like different characters. It's just
It's just you all together.
It's just something
Different parts of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's really no different other than the name, but I think people consume it better when they try to imagine that like Chip the Ripper is different than King Chip, like an alter ego. I don't sell it as an alter ego. It's just I got two identities, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't favor one more than the other, or like you don't rap a certain way when you are, or when you're King Chip versus when you're Chip the Ripper.
Well, I think that's something that we hash out in retrospect. Like when let's say if I record 10 songs, we'll go back and listen to it and be like, okay, this was King Chip, this one was Chip the Ripper, and we just kind of like put them in there.
So what defines King Chip versus Chip the Ripper? Like what do you feel sounds more like King Chip versus Chip the Ripper?
Well, King Chip is powerful and informative, and Chip the Ripper is fun and cool.
Got it. So it is similar to like different parts of you.
Yeah.
Like
both of those are me.
Both of those are you, but just different parts of you. Like this is my fun side, this is my serious boss side.
But no, you have fun listening to that too though. Like it's all gonna be fun.
Got it. I can't wait. Yeah. I can't. When does that come out?
I don't have an exact date, but I do have a targeted month, and it's gonna be early July.
Nice. So summer vibes.
Yeah, summer vibes. Summer album.
That's good.
Charles White.
That's gonna be fun, and it's your first album named after yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
So does it talk more about like who you are as an individual, or like moments of things that you've gone through?
I think that it's hard. I mean, the songs just represent me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily like the songs are like a story. Like my good friend 88 Keys, he put out an album called The Death of Adam, and it was like a story.
Mm-hmm.
It was like an audio book to a beat.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be like that per se, but it is. All the songs is gonna represent what makes me me.
Got it. Can't wait to hear it. So for everyone that comes on, we play this game. It's defined as the world's cleanest, dirtiest game.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
You ready? I played with you too. It's called Dirty Minds.
Okay.
So we're going to describe a word.
Okay.
The both of us, and you pick 3 cards.
Okay.
And I'll pick 1, 2. Okay, 3. And then you pick 3 cards. Oh, I had this one the last game.
So it doesn't matter which pile I pick?
Yeah, it doesn't matter which pile.
1,
and then
2, 3.
Okay. And I'm going to describe you a word, and you got to guess the word. And then you're going to do the same with me.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. You can make me come in many colors. I'm bigger. Wait, the bigger I am, the more it hurts. You have to be able to handle a lot of little pricks. You might be proud to have me between your thighs. Sometimes you have to get poked for hours before I'm done.
Acupuncture?
No. Ooh, you're so close. The good clue is sometimes you have to get poked for hours before I'm done. And you have to be able to handle a lot of little pricks. You can make me come in many colors is another good clue, but the poked for hours is a really good one. But you're close with acupuncture. You want me to give it to you?
Yeah.
Tattoo. I was like, you're in the vicinity.
Oh, how did I? It was right there. Damn. I can't believe I missed that.
It's on you.
Damn. I'm beating myself up.
I do the same thing.
Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. I hope so.
You scream at the sight of my big black column.
Okay.
I ain't never heard nobody refer to it as a column.
Right.
Okay. If you're
I'm like, what is
lucky,
this?
I'll just tear off your clothes. I can come on you without much warning. When I blow you, it's easy to get carried away. If you try to take a picture of me when I'm coming, you're nuts.
When you blow, what did it say about
When
taking the clothes off?
when I blow you, it's easy to get carried away. If you're lucky, I'll just tear your clothes off.
What was the first one? Something like a storm.
You scream at the sight of my big black column.
Okay, next one after that, because I don't know what that is.
If you're lucky, I'll just tear your clothes off. I can come on you without much warning.
A storm?
Very close. You like boiling hot. Like you right. Like that was.
Tornado.
Yep.
Okay.
So wait, the one. So you
Yeah,
get to keep it.
All right. If I have to pull out, it's an emergency. I can sport a huge extension. After I come is when I really start pumping. A man usually rides me in the rear. You come down a pole before you mount on me.
Ambulance, firefighter.
Fire engine.
Fire engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Okay. All right. My turn. If you if you give me a little head, I'm gonna look so flat.
Jesus.
What could that possibly be other than just that?
Right.
If you suck on me too much, you could pass out.
All right.
I'll open up your throat and take all of me at once. Oh no. Open up your throat and take all of me at once. If I get too hot, I can explode all over you. I'm sometimes brown and 9 inches long. There's no way you're gonna get this.
A what?
None of this.
I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
Brown and 9 inches long.
If I get too high, I could explode all over you. Open up your throat and take all of me at once. If you suck on me too much, you could pass out. You never gonna get this.
I don't know.
You're not supposed to get this. This is not even telling you
What is it? I don't even know.
It's beer.
Beer?
Beer.
I was thinking like a candy bar. Because I was like, beer? How is that brown
Do you
and
suck
9
on
inches?
beer?
What? Okay, that was very off. I would have never guessed that. I was
shouldn't
thinking
even
like
count.
candy
That was
bar. Okay. I can handle 12 men at once. If I'm hung, you can do it again. A woman can sit on me. My box can hold a dozen members. Pleading with me can get you off.
Damn, that sounds like a gangbang in the jury.
Good job. That was good. Jerry was good. He had it. He's good. You're good at this. Once you get the concept of the game, I feel like it's not that bad. When you're not
you gotta
thinking
bypass
dirty, the dirtiness.
Yeah, you gotta just I don't even know what this is, so we're about to see. This You got some tough ones. Using the flashlight can make my I don't even know what this is. Okay.
You don't know what the word is?
I don't know what none of this is. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Using a flashlight.
Using a flashlight can make my shaft look scary.
What?
Drilling me expands my pause. Wives understand why their men come inside me. Pause.
What?
It's easy to get lost in my secret cavity. Pause. You have to look down my shaft to see my jewels.
I have no clue.
I told you I don't even know. I don't even know what the answer is.
Wait, what is
I don't know what none of this is.
What is it?
Mine.
A mine.
Like a gold mine or a coal mine.
Like a coal mine.
Using a flashlight can make my. Okay, so when you mining, that's a shaft that you inside of. That's what they call that.
I'm not a miner, so I don't know.
For real?
I have no clue.
Wow. Who
That's
came up with that?
That's intense. All right, so tell everybody where they can find you, all that good stuff. Your album that you have coming out, where they could find that.
Yes. Well, everything is King Chip, KINGCHIP. Except for TikTok. I think TikTok is like real King Chip.
All right.
But my TikTok is.
You're not on TikTok. You're not making.
I got
no
one,
videos.
but it's.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know how to do the Macarena.
I feel you. All right, you guys, follow King Chip on all platforms besides TikTok because he does not know how to do the Macarena. But that is it for Telli Talks.
Hey.